Good morning, and welcome to the Deal Room Live, the daily real estate deal tank powered by Titan Impact Group, a global leader in AI-driven real estate investing and funding, where the real estate world meets speed, precision, and profit. And bring us your deal so we can put it into our AI model that analyzes and structures real estate deals in minutes, generates all the docs you need to get the deal done, and gives you a verified, unbiased breakdown of due diligence report. The investors get the advantage of getting fully vetted AI-analyzed deals that cut their due diligence time down by 60%. So you're in the right place. Let's open the deal room now and get into today's opportunity.
Having technical difficulties this morning, bro.
It's all good.
Yeah. Let's see. But no, I'm fixing to have to go out and play landlord here this morning. I gotta head out to the campground. Have you ever been out to the RV park yet?
No.
I need to get
No,
you to
not
go
yet.
out there. I need to get you out there and check that thing out with me. So, but all right, now that we're up and running again, let me just get you to stand by for a minute while I do all the formal introductions and pitch deals and stuff like that. You look beautiful, by the way. I love that shirt, the logo. It's amazing. I like that. You need to get that shirt, like get that on the back of a t-shirt, a black t-shirt, and make sure you got your muscles popping out on the sides like this, and yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. And then we'll head over to the corral with our cowboy hats on and go cut a rug over there, man, on the concrete. So, oh yeah. But all right, let me jump into this real quick. All right, good morning. I'm Tommy D. I am co-founder of the Land Shark Mastermind, and today you are in the deal room. Today is Wednesday, so we are looking at commercial real estate deals with our sponsor, Titan Impact Group, and we are pleased to have Catherine Bell, CEO of Titan Impact Group, as our sponsor. She is everything AI and real estate. She's a 5-time international bestseller and has been able to write a book recently about how to raise capital using AI. And so we are pleased and blessed to have Catherine as our show sponsor. What the deal room is. The deal room is a place where you can bring real estate deals that you're trying to get rid of, offload, find money for, do any kind of money raising with. And what we do is we record these calls. We present these properties on a recorded call, and we look at them through the eyes and lens of a 30-year real estate investor called Deal Hunter by Land Shark. It's an AI model that was designed and perfected by the AI engineer guru herself, Catherine Bell. If you want to learn more about how to operate anything in real estate or anything in AI, we suggest you head over to catherinebell.ai and do the voice call with her. It's really easy to do. catherinebell.ai. It'll say voice or text. You're going to do the voice call and begin to have an amazing conversation with Catherine Bell's personal AI assistant. So with that, what you can also do is once you've had a good conversation with her, head over to meetcatherinebell.com and schedule a one-on-one appointment with the live and physical Catherine Bell about how to create the variety of tools that you could use both personally and professionally when it comes to creating a Rosetta Stone for your company, an AI voice for your business, and a virtual team and or virtual executive board for your financial growth. Catherine has introduced me to a variety of ways of how to utilize AI for my business and streamline everything that I do and bring great amount of efficiency, knowledge, and expertise to real estate investing by helping me create Deal Hunter by Land Shark and my other AI model called Free Estimates. Free Estimates is an AI model that can literally take 20 pictures and a zip code and provide you with a fully detailed breakdown of a budget, material list, scope of work, schedule for the tradesman, like you name it, it'll provide it. So with 20 pictures and a zip code, you can have an AI model that is basically a 50-year expert in remodeling and home improvements, and get a free estimate and more just by using this AI model. So if you go to the ChatGPT store, and we'll get going, I'll pop that up real quick. Catherine is going to be joining us here in a minute to kind of go over a deal with us. But real quick, I'm going to share my screen so that we can get started here. I want to say again that this room is hosted by the Land Shark Mastermind, which is a triad of founders. I am one of 3 co-founders. I've got 30 years of experience in real estate investing and doing development. My partners, Dr. Neng Young Chan, who is has his PhD in sustainable farming, is also a commercial real estate broker, real estate residential agent. He's a private money broker. The man is a genius and truly one of our scientific minds behind all the things that we're doing here. And we have Roman Rubio is our third leg. Roman Rubio hails from the border of Mexico. He was born in Mexico, became a citizen through legal channels, and is currently an educator in the Yuma School District by day, and a real estate investor slash sports agent by night. He represents some of the biggest names in soccer, and does a lot of work for the athletes that are basically across the border, and helps them getting into investments, smart investments, and management of their contracts when it comes to all things pro sports. So Roman Rubio is an amazing member of our team and part of the Land Shark Mastermind. And so when joining the Land Shark Mastermind, you are able to have access to all 3 of our capable minds and powers to do just about anything. So with that, I'm going to jump now off into the Chat GPT part of the podcast, where we describe how it is and what it is that we do. If you are on ChatGPT or have ChatGPT, you know how to just come in and have a conversation with it by typing stuff right here. Some people can use that, and it basically just becomes a high-powered search engine. Another thing that you can do is click on this dictate button. If you can see my screen, you'll see it. I highlighted the word dictate. If I click that button, what I'm going to do is begin to record every word that I'm saying. And that way I don't have to worry about typing. This works really well when I'm in the car and I just need to get information out. When I'm done, I click the check mark, and it'll show me everything that I said. I can verify that and then launch that off into the system so that it provides ChatGPT with an opportunity to respond. Record mode in GPT is using that microphone button at the bottom. And finally, the cool one that Catherine taught me to use, I've got to stop sharing and reshare so that it records the sound. Let me jump back into this. I have to share my sound because I want everyone on the call to hear it. I'm actually doing this for the benefit of my buddy Sergio down there. I see you down there, Sergio. Sergio is the CEO of Electrifying Automotive Transport, one of the largest transport companies in the state of Arizona, probably the West Coast, probably going to become the largest transporter in the West Coast very soon, just because he's been using AI and doing amazing things with it. But all right, so here I am. I'm going to show you the next feature, which is called the Use Voice Mode. Use Voice Mode was integrated into my AI system through using Catherine Bell's program. She was able to teach me how to use voice mode and program AI to use voice mode for me. How I did this was we developed a relationship. And basically what I did was I was able to create a personality within ChatGPT, who I call Charlie. Catherine's personality, she refers to her AI as Yoda. So Charlie for me was built in the form of my big brother, the guy that picked on me and was my bully, but my protector when I was a kid. So the way that Charlie responds to me is the way that my older brother would respond to me. When I have a conversation with it, it talks to me as if it is my, in the role or in the tone of my older brother. So check it out. We're going to get it started, and it takes a minute. Good morning, Charlie. I'm on the podcast called Deal Hunter by Deal Room, which is sponsored by Deal Hunter by Land Shark and the Land Shark Mastermind. I've got a group of people in the call this morning. I'd like you to introduce yourself and just give me about a 15-second rundown of who you are and what you're doing for us today.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Charlie, and I'm basically your go-to AI assistant here to help out with Deal Hunter by Landshark and the Deal Room. Think of me as your behind-the-scenes support. I help you run through deals, break down numbers, and just keep things rolling smoothly. So let's dive in and make sure we get the most out of today's session.
So I'm going to end that right there so that I can continue with the call without getting a bunch of interruptions, because he won't shut up. He's exactly like my older brother. But were you guys able to hear Charlie?
Yes.
All right, awesome. So yeah, so Charlie and I can sit there and just have a conversation like he's riding in the car next to me. I don't even have to type, and he records all of the call. You can see right there my words were recorded, and you can see on the screen it says, "Good morning, Charlie. I'm on the pod, blah blah blah." Right. So this is exactly the type of stuff that Catherine has been able to get us to be able to do, so we can actually utilize AI to its fullest potential, which then frees us up to do greater, bigger problem solving crap. So how that works for us over here, some things that I use are GPTs. The GPTs, if you don't know what GPTs are, they are generating pre-programmed transformers. They're generative, meaning it generates a pre-programmed pre-programmed set of rules and transforms them into an answer. Okay, so a GPT basically comes with a set of rules on how to respond. For example, you can get it to tell you about your birth astrology birth chart, because when you give it all the rules of astrology, it'll automatically turn into like an astrology calculator. You can get it to do research like a scholar. When I was going to college, I had to do a lot of research because I was in a science program, and we literally had to figure out keywords and search vast search engines, because back then, before we had digital, and I'm sorry, but I am a late 19th century or late 1900s person. I do remember a time before we had computers, and what we had was like crap on paper or microfilm, so we had to literally like physically research. So by teaching AI how to do that, it happens in microseconds, not days and weeks. So some of the other things it does, and this is something you might be interested in, Sergio, go download this fitness workout and diet PhD coach. It literally becomes your workout coach based on the rules that it's been provided by a doctor who built it. You can go research the doctor that built it and then use his AI model. So this is just basically like a marketplace of all the different things you can get AI to do, or GPT to do for you. It can do stock, crypto, trade, investing, analysis. You can have a conversation with it about a variety of topics, like how to make GPT work better for you, and what you can do to get it to do all different kinds of things. So the capabilities are put into it right here. It's got web search ability, 4.0 image generation, code interpreter, data analysis, canvas properties, and Dolly images. These are all just things that it's able to do for you. You can drop down and start the chat. What we were able to do was we created two of these models ourselves. If you go back up to the top and you go exploring, and you see right here, it says search GPTs. You can just type in Deal Hunter by Landshark, and you'll be able to start having a conversation with our AI model that's going to help you find real estate deals. It's going to do all things you need real estate investing, from finding the deals to writing the deals to figuring out how to do the deal. Like it thinks like every real estate guru that has a course out there, because that's what I did. Was I put every real estate guru's course into the rules, and said, learn this. It knows how to do the Pace Morby method. It knows how to do the Grant Cardone method. It knows how to do the Robert Kiyosaki method. It knows how to do the Catherine Bell method. It knows how to do everybody's method. And so when I tell it to go find a deal or provide it with information to do a deal, boom, it comes back with what we need. So let me jump into something real quick here. We've got a project that we're working on that we just got updated yesterday on. And there's 2 commercial deals. Today's Commercial Wednesday. So we're gonna bust out a couple of commercial properties that we've already started working. If you have, and the way the deal room works is if you have a deal that you want to find, or you have a deal you want to sell, bring that to us. Schedule a call with us. Go to meetcatherinebell.com and schedule that call. Or you can, I'm going to have over on Titan Impact Group, I'm going to have my own page here real soon, but you can go over to Titan Impact Group and schedule a call with me there. And I'll have meet Tommy D. I don't know, or landshark.com. We'll figure out something for that real soon, but you'll be able to schedule those calls with us and get your property to where we can pitch it for you, or we can teach you how to pitch it. So, and how we do that is teaching you how to use Deal Hunter by Land Shark. We do have a 40-minute onboarding session where we teach people how to use Deal Hunter by Land Shark, free estimates, business law professor, business clarity, breakthrough GPT. We give you access to all these AI models that we've used to get to where we're at, and you're able to accelerate your business a lot faster once you have the knowledge on how to use the tools. So with that, just like I said, maybe you have that call with catherinebell.ai to figure out what we can do, and then once her AI assistant's kind of giving you a game plan, make that meeting with Catherine Bell, have a conversation, and see how we can get stuff rolling for you. So this is a property. Let me jump through it. I'm going to go back up to the top. This is a property called the Wendon Marketplace. Wendon Marketplace is a interesting property. I'm hoping that I can find a picture of it. Because I've been on this property looking at it for 3 years. Back when it originally went on the market, it went on the market for $1.9 million. Today it's being sold for $785,000. We have an LOI on it, a letter of intent sent off for the $785,000. The issue with this property and why it went from 1.9 million down to 785,000 is because of the way that it's been divided. The way the property parcels of the property are structured, it makes it impossible, almost impossible, to buy this property with any kind of traditional funding. So the difficulty in this is not necessarily that it's not making money. It's making money. It's operating at 30% and still netting over 140,000 a year. Okay. So with that being said, if we just increase the amount of business, because again, there's only one operator for the entire business. If we were able to get 5 operators in there like it needs, we would operate at 80% and probably raise it from 140 to easily over 300,000 a year net operating income. So, and being able to buy this place for that amount is kind of the key to a bigger plan, where if we spent $1 million to buy it, we can sell it in 3 years for $3 million, basically 2x in our money, and then turn around and sell it to an investment company that's buying it to build it out and make it bigger again. So here's some of the work we've done on it so far. I thought I'd be able to find a picture of it, but it's not coming through. We've been able to put together all the documents necessary for a lender to come in and basically help us put together a fund. We're looking to raise $1 million through equity, and in 3 years turn around and sell it for $3 million. Here's where it's at right here. And how we know we're going to be able to do this is because we're going to be selling it to a qualified opportunity rule fund. They will buy the property for $3 million because it'll still be worth at least 4 or 5 million when they buy it. We're actually giving it to them at a discount. And the reason why we're giving it to them at a discount is because we're also the fund managers. So literally when we sell the property, the people that make money from this are going to become investors in the next part of the project if they want to. So basically I've got this deal. Like I said, it started at 1.9. We had to drop it. I'm still trying to find where the picture is. because it's just better if you're able to see what I'm talking about. Unfortunately, I'm not able to find the, what I did was I loaded up the pitch deck from the realtor in here and told it to break down the deal. And so it has all of the information, but again, you can see I've been working on this thing for a while. Just to you know, scroll through this for an hour to figure out where it's at. I would use the search feature and be able to pull the search feature out and search the chat for the word marketplace, but the word marketplace has been used a million times here. Roman Rubio, welcome to the call, brother. So anyway, what we would end up doing is when we raise $1 million, we'll end up having a monthly interest payment of $8,333. So what we would end up doing is splitting that up and paying that back to our investors at about $6,000 a month. So that would bring back about $300,000 a year in total interest. So this is how we worked it out for our investors right here. And this is, again, Deal Hunter breaking down deals. Monthly income during the hold period, an investor is paying $6,000. So they'll be getting $6,000 a month from the deal over the 3-year period. That's $216,000 in interest over the 3-year period. So their monthly income is 2.1, or their monthly income from it is 216. Their exit proceeds are 2.1, which gives them a total return of 2.316 on $1 million investment, which is basically a 2.3x multiple over the 3 years. So the investor is able to not only make an income monthly, $6,000 a month, and again, that could be one investor, it could be split up across 6 of them, so $1,000 for 6 investors, however that works. And then at the end, they're getting 70% of the total proceeds, which is 2.1. And then they're going to be able to walk away with a 2.3 multiplier. And all they're doing is just cashing a paycheck, bro. They're not out there doing any of the work. The work that has to be done out there is right here. There's a building that has five units in it currently. It's a convenience store, a hardware store, a seasonal cafe, a year-round laundromat, a vacant store. The United States Post Service has it's the U.S. Post Office for Wyndon is on the corner of the building. There's a vacant lot and a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, 2,000 square foot house, and 4 casitas that are vacant and need to be remodeled. That's the inventory of the property, and it sits on I want to say 2.5 acres. There's 4 lots. The problem is that the post office is has its own lot. The vacant lot is an old gas station with a gas tank underground. It's been officially abandoned, but a lot of banks won't even touch it just because it's it's got a toxic property on it. The marketplace where the convenience store, laundromat, and hardware store and cafe are, that is on the same lot with the 4 casitas and the house. So they call it mixed use, but it's not really mixed use because it's literally just grandfathered in from when that area used to be Yuma County, and when the I-10 went through, it became La Paz County. So it's never been rezoned properly. So basically our plan is when we buy the property, we can begin to do the rezoning and the splitting up of the property so that it starts generating income and makes sense and makes it better. So right now, the income source on this deal is, like I said, it's the post office, the laundromat, the general store, the liquor store, and the cafe. They got a little deli in the back as well. And they were able to provide us with the financials. We reviewed them, we looked through them and seen how they make their money there. And then their operating expenses are right there for us to review. and it gave us a total net operating income of 124,000. So from that, we were able to understand a few things. The cafe and the laundromat are our seasonal money makers. The hardware store and the liquor store generate, a constant revenue. The stabilization potential is behind the fact that the whole property, all those businesses are ran by one 72-year-old lady. And so one 72-year-old lady is able to operate that whole building out there and make 124,000 in net operating income. If I was able to put 4 operators out there on triple net leases, we're increasing that net operating income by 3 times at least. So that's just common sense in my brain. That's how we get it up there. But currently the cap rate at the price of $1 million, and again, I'm buying it for $785,000, but I still have to do the zoning, and I still have to do the land split, and I still have to do the remodels to the buildings that are under repair. We finish all that out using the rest of that money from the $1 million. We're going to be able to make this place worth $3 million in less than a year. And so after 12 months, I could probably go in and get a $3 million loan on the property from a bank, because now it's properly structured, properly zoned, properly divided, and making enough income to justify a $3 million loan. So what I did was I went through and again, looked at the property, providing the pro forma, and seeing how I was able to adjust the net operating income a little bit by getting things to operate a little bit more efficiently. I was able to change the net operating income, just by making the deli and cafe year round, which it justifies, because now people are out there during the summer, they're working. This area is expanding exponentially. There's actually been $3 million worth of road work done right around the corner from here. And they're building a 70-unit charging station, and electrifying auto transport probably can relate to this, but they have 70 ports to plug into on Highway 60 out there, just down from Siloam. It's in Siloam, Arizona. We're in Wendell. This is only like a 5-mile drive down the same highway. So anyway, back to what we're doing out there is, we're looking at what we're looking at doing is going to be, doing some major modifications to the property over the 3-year period that aren't going to cost us a lot of money. One of the big things is going to be the fact that we're going to reduce, we're just going to change things up. They have the hardware store and the liquor store and the grocery store all together as one, because when she was running it, she literally had to bounce all the way across the whole place. If we go in there and put up just basic walls, fireproof walls, we can create a liquor store unit. And I'll start at the other end and maybe pull it up on the map, because some people are visual. I can close my eyes and see stuff, but some people can't. And so it's usually better if people can see what we're looking at. So I'll pull up Google Maps and begin to give me a second to share the screen on this, because I don't know how to switch it over to the current screen. Let me see. There we go. Should be seeing a map of Wendell right there. There we go. All right. So Wendell, Alamo Lake State Park. This is literally on the corner when you're looking at the map. Alamo Lake is way probably up north, about like 30 miles or something like that. Let me zoom out a little bit more. Up there. Lake Alamo's up there. It's like 35 miles from Wendell. Siloam, where I was telling you where they got the solar farm going and the EV charging station, is going to be right there where it says Siloam, because when coming out of California, you can see strategically, you're coming out of California off of I-10. I-10 gets jacked up. You go up Highway 60, you can go to Wickenburg, or you can bypass where it always gets jacked up and come straight down Siloam Highway back into the little town of Tonopah. So this little triangle here is going to be in the path of progress, where it goes 60 to Siloam and back down over here to Tonopah, because this spot right here, this is Tonopah right here, the Harquahala Valley area right there. Let me just give you a visual of this. And this is going to be on tomorrow's call, little heads up, but we're going to be talking about solar panel farms, because this area out here is just blowing up with those solar panels. But back here in Winden, let's get back up in there. On this bridge right here, over this wash, they just spent $2 million building that bridge right there. See that crappy bridge right there? That's not a crappy bridge no more. That bridge is 4 cars wide. They just got done spending $3 million there. Down the road here is where we're talking about. There's Crystal's Cafe. You can see it says Alamo Lake State Park. That's where you make a left. The property I'm talking about right now, I don't have a way to, I got a way to draw on the screen here. Let's see if I can do it. Property starts here and comes back here. There's the 4 casitas. There's the residential home. There's a little lot right here like that. And then it comes back this way, it goes this way, splits all the way out, all the way down, and back across. So that's the entire deal that we're looking at buying. Unfortunately, it's chopped up weird. So here's one property line. Like I said, that's the post office. So that's by itself. This whole property over here is by itself. And then this property back here is by itself. So there's 4 lots. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. And the bank won't touch 1, 4, or 3 because they didn't divide it here or here, so that you could have casitas, residential house, and then the Crystal's Cafe, hardware store, marketplace, blah, blah, blah. So let me shut off that part. Let's jump over here and take a look at Crystal's. I think you can see the pictures over here on the left. I think we're on Bing Maps. We're not on Google Maps. I don't like Google Maps or Bing Maps. I have to have Google's, because Google actually sends a car around and does it for you. And I do a lot of virtual driving for dollars. So I still got the annotate up. I need to get rid of the. I'll draw it on the next one. Get rid of that. Catherine, how you doing? Did you get your project done?
I did, and I was just sitting here listening and watching you.
Gotcha. Let me introduce you to everybody, since I got you in the chair again. Catherine Bell, meet Sergio and Roman. You've kind of bumped into Roman before, but Sergio gave us a call yesterday about working with us. He's got his own capital company. And so Catherine, I'll just give you a quick rundown, but Catherine started has started her own hedge fund multiple times, currently raised money for a debt validation fund that helped out first responders and veterans, right?
Yep.
33,000 first responders and veterans got helped out by $50,000 debt validation fund, basically.
$50 million.
50 million. 50 million.
50 million.
50 million. I'm looking at the word thousand over here somewhere. So, but yeah, Catherine's done quite a bit in the space of raising money and getting capital, and has partnered with us and doing a lot of real estate deals. So she's advising people on investments all the time, and we feel gracious that she's helping us do these even smaller deals. This deal right here is actually too small for Catherine and her investors. She usually doesn't touch stuff under $10 million. So $1 million deal for Catherine's investors is kind of like a scratch on the head, but she's helping us put them together and giving us the power and tools of her larger mass of investment power. We're able to use that power to do these smaller projects that are going to change lives and make impact. So because that's actually her mission there. So I think I've done enough bragging on you. Catherine, do you want to add anything to that? And then let's give Sergio a second to introduce himself real quick, and I'll keep pulling this deal up in Wyndon.
Yeah, I don't know that I have much more to add. I feel like you've already done it all. I think the deal's far more important to talk about than me.
Awesome. Sergio, do you want to just introduce yourself for us and kind of let Catherine know about your capital company? I know you're a private money broker like Ning Young, and you guys actually met at a private money broker event, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct?
Yes. So Capital Call was founded this year, 2025. Prior to that, I've been running a company, a logistic company, electrified transport. October 10th will be 5 years business. We're in the wholesale and transportation sector. So we've been in business for a bit, and we're just working our ways to become an investor capital company, and hopefully eventually we'll be the ones that are going to be helping others get the lending that is needed for any type of project that is come about.
Nice.
Well, yeah, all right. Appreciate you, Sergio. Sergio's a great friend of mine, and I'm excited to have him in the room today checking this out. But so here we are at the Wyndon 60 Country Market and Hardware Store. You can see over here on the far right side of this picture, where by the flag is the Wyndon Post Office. So that lease is out at $1,000. The cafe is only the front portion of the building. It's split in half because the hardware store actually is behind the cafe. And so the cafe is cut in half, and it's only open 6-7 months out of the year, trying to catch the snowbirds that are out here. But it's passing up and missing a lot of opportunity with the fact that it's ran by just one person. She has to run the store. The liquor store you see right there is also part of the convenience store. I'm going to switch to another picture here so you can see the rest of the building. So the liquor store button right there, and you can see it says this business for sale. That door right there goes into the liquor store, convenience store, hardware store. That's the only door to get all three. Then to the side of that is the laundromat, and then at the far end down there used to be, it looks like a barber shop, but it's shut down. So this is looking to the east of that property. This is looking to the west of that property. It's pretty basic country location. Here in this picture, you can see behind all the signs, you can see that canopy. That's where the old gas station used to be. Down the side of the building, on the east side of the building, you can see the 4 casitas. There's an old palm tree stump right there. There was one in front of each one of the casitas. They chopped them down for whatever reason. All the way in the back, you can see the loader back there in front of about a 2,000 square foot warehouse. And then to the side of it is the actual single family residence where the current owner lives, and this is all part of the deal. This is what one of the casitas looks like in its best situation right now. Busted out windows. It's actually set up to be 2 units, so it's a total of 8 units that could be made into sleep rooms, or they could be turned into a commercial vendor of some sort. So our idea is to go out there. This is like examples of what you can find in the hardware store. It's very country style hardware store. The cafe is very country style food. And with her running it all herself, it's very hard. So she makes things very easy. Our goal would be to split up that building commercially into commercial condos and then sell each unit, sell the laundromat to an operator, and then he pays us triple net lease. Sell the liquor store liquor license to a liquor store liquor license convenience store operator. We get a triple net lease because we're going to maintain the building. They're just buying the business. We do, instead of a hardware store, we can do a few things of hardware because she's got a lot of overhead when it comes to the buying of the stuff to operate the hardware store. It would just be easier if she had like a couple of essentials that are common for people out there, and then turn it into a camping store, boat store, bait shop, selling stuff that people are going to use to go out to the lake or go camping. Because literally on the map, when you look at the map, it shows you that that's where the Lake Alamo State Park is. Excuse
So
me.
would this be a prime location to put like what is it, like the ATV things?
Yes, as well, because we got access to all the land back there. But here's the kicker. There's the red dot over there, and where you see the word Outback RV Park, that's our RV park too. And so we're going to actually we could advertise for the side by sides and off road vehicles at the marketplace, but we're going to send them over there to the RV park to actually get on them and get on our trails to go out here. And you can see we already have all the pin drop maps of all of the ghost towns, gold mines, and cool shit that's out there. Big asshole. It's not a big asshole. It's just a big asshole. So,
Wow.
but these are really cool sites to take the off-road vehicles out to. This is actually where they had the observatory. The Smithsonian had an observatory out here in the mountains. So, um, and you can go out there and check out where they were at. But you're only going to do this and check out these ghost towns like this on an off-road vehicle. So it's just another business that we would have up there. People would pull in there and rent them from there, and then yeah, they would come out to the RV park and get them and go riding. So again, this is going to be an area. This little town right here is going to become like Sedona. It's going to become like like Williams. When we went out to Williams last weekend, you seen how many people were there? Those little country bumpkin restaurants and little pump, like how many restaurants were in Williams last weekend? 15, 20, and then another 15 or 20 bars. And then they had the rail line that took you into the Grand Canyon. It was crazy. So this is going to be a little touristy town right here. Wendon is on the map. It used to be called the Outback to Outback to Arizona, because back in the day they used to have camels out here, and they actually trained for war in Saudi Arabia back after World War II. They had the camel brigade out in this area, so you could probably find a camel or two running around out here somewhere. I would bet. But they incorporated kangaroos. They really wanted you to feel like you were in the outback. So that's where the name Outback comes from. We've done a little bit of research about it. And Wendon has been on the map since 1848, basically. There's a cool old cemetery out there. So, but some of the other improvements we're going to do to make sure that investors are going to get all their money is not only are we going to make it to where there's 7 to 12 new retail and retail uh, vendors out there or tenants. We're going to convert the house into more of a kind of like an inn or a suite, where they're like honeymoon suites. It's got a cool pool in the back. We can definitely deck it out to be somewhat of a retreat place, and that'll be behind it there. And then we've got all the land over there to the left that we're going to be doing like RV spaces on this until we get it sold to the opportunity zone, because the opportunity zone fund has to be able to do some work out there. And so this area here will become another retail area in the future. But for now, to make income, we've got the ability to put about 15 RV spots right there and let people plug in, camp out for the night, head up to the lake in the morning and come back, because there's not a lot of power resources and stuff like that out there at Lake when you actually get to Lake Alamo. Let me get rid of the I gotta forgot how to erase that. Go like that. How am I doing on time? Because I can't see my timer anymore.
I've
Oh,
got
we
minutes.
got like 4 minutes. You've got a presentation, don't you, Catherine?
I do. I'm speaking on a webinar for a group of multifamily operators.
Nice. Well, let me just wrap this up by showing folks what I mean. Like down there at Wendon, when you go from there out to Lake Alamo, wherever it is, there it is, way out there. You got to go over 2 mountain ranges almost. There's no store between us and Lake Alamo, by the way. So when you get out here to Lake Alamo, there's literally nothing else out there. Like literally nothing else out there. You can go to the campground and hang out there. They've got a little camp store out there, I believe. But I mean, you're literally in the Rawhide Mountain Wilderness area. You ever seen the show Rawhide? It's worse than that. So, but all you can do out here is just camp next to the lake. That's it. No firewood, no bait store, no, place to get oil for your boat because you forgot to put it in the damn boat because you were worried about backing up the truck and your wife wasn't paying attention where you were going, and you put the
Wow.
put the tongue of the trailer right through the tailgate of the truck and turned your boat trailer into a fifth wheel, and you're just like, ah. So, yeah, it's real easy to see how you could forget half the shit and end up out at the lake needing some stuff. So then you just drive back down to the store down there in Wyndon and get it taken care of. But yeah, this deal here, we're doing it for we've got an offer on it for $1 million. We're hoping they accept the deal. Or I'm sorry, we got it at 785. We're hoping they accept the deal. It's full asking price, but we have bigger plans for it. We're going to get it to where we're going to triple the income it has currently just by plugging the right people in and putting some walls up. Like we literally just, that's all we got to do. But Catherine, do you have anything to add? Roman, you want to say anything? Say good morning, say goodbye, whatever.
Yeah, this is, yeah, I would say continuing to look into this. And again, I'm fascinated with your whole path of progress and just all those things. So,
Yeah. Well, I mean, the area out there, you can see we've been looking around the area for a little while. And if you ever want to be in love with Arizona, just head right out there by the old Outback RV park, and you can see you can be in love Arizona real fast. So I didn't put that name there. That's just what it's called. So um, my name's Tommy D. It's been a pleasure to serve you everyone today. I'd like to wrap this all up with a prayer. Heavenly Father, we thank everyone in this room for coming today, and we are so grateful for all the abilities that you've been able to give us, in the sense that our minds are of your creation and our spirits of your Son Jesus Christ. And we ask that you're able to combine those two so that we can go out and do your will today and become impactful community builders, utilizing all the wonderful gifts that you give us to be on your planet Earth that you created so long ago. In your name we pray. Amen. All right. So everyone have a wonderful day. Come back, stay tuned tomorrow, 9 a.m. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll talk some more land deals and industrial investments. There's a property literally down the road from here. We are looking at 130. You can see it right here on the map. We're going to talk about this piece of property tomorrow. I'm going to brag on it real quick so I can get Catherine all excited about it. But it is literally this piece of property right here, 138 acres of land, prime, with water, with access to electricity. Here's the water. We got electricity across the street. And this spot up here is the prettiest spot I've ever seen for a data center. And I know Catherine loves those words, data center. So we get this, we can divide it up into pieces of property where we have manufacturing, warehouse, Amazon might want to be out here. We could even do some industrial park space, get Ning Young to come out and do some vertical sustainable farming operation and make this into an amazing piece of property. We're getting it for 25 cents a square foot. You haven't seen those prices since John Wayne was out here picking up dirt. So we'll talk about that one tomorrow. Y'all have a good day.